Hey guys, this is Basketball Star 1130. As you can see on the screen, we are here today to talk about Kevin Durant of the Brooklyn Nets. I'm sure I'm not sure. You have, if you don't live under a rock. You've heard the news by now. We're just going to get into it. I can't keep this in anymore. Kevin Durant has officially requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets. First of all, I want to say KD, so when he went to the Warriors, right, he won those championships. And everyone said, oh my God, they were a super team without KD. Well, they were kind of with KD, I'm sorry. They were kind of already a super team even before KD got there. They had Draymond Green, they had Steph Curry, they had Klay Thompson, they had Andre Iguodala in his prime at that point. It's not like they won a championship before KD got there. KD just kind of not even put them over the top. He's just another superstar that went there. And then he left the Warriors to sign with the Brooklyn Nets and was out for the whole he was in the Brooklyn Nets for 3 years. The first year in the 1920 season, he was injured, missed the whole year. 2021 season, ups and downs. 21-22 season, him and the Nets get swept by the Boston Celtics in the first round of the playoffs this year. So his tenure in Brooklyn was rocky, to say the least. And now we come to today where he requested a trade. I just want to say, man, that super team, biggest what if in NBA history, yeah, but it was a failure. I mean, first signing KD and Kyrie together, Kyrie playing by himself, as I said, for the first year without KD as he was injured, as I alluded to previously, as I alluded to before. And then they trade for James Harden like a year and a half into the thing. And everyone thought, oh my God, this team is unstoppable. Well, they ended up, the first year with Harden, KD, and Kyrie, they barely played any games together. And they ended up, I think, getting bounced in the first round, just like they did this year. And Harden wasn't even on the team this year. Harden got frustrated with the whole Kyrie vaccination stupid thing. And that's whatever. He got frustrated with him, and he went to the Philadelphia 76ers. Everyone knew that he wanted out. But this KD thing, there was rumblings in the last few days, especially in the last few days, but when Kyrie opted into his contract for this year, a sign and trade was unlikely, and then Kevin Durant was expected to stay. Well, now, obviously, Kevin Durant has requested a trade, and now Kyrie is his number one goal is to get to the Los Angeles Lakers. Yep, the Los Angeles Lakers, which I don't know how in the world they can make that happen, because they have like two tradable guys right now, LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And only one of them they're going to give up, and that's Anthony Davis. That's AD. So they're not going to give up LeBron James if you're thinking that. So get that out of your head, because that's not going to happen. But okay, first we'll talk about KD, and then I'll talk about the ripple effect, which trickles down to Kyrie Irving. So Kevin Durant, as you know, KD's team's preferred destinations. I've only heard two of his, top destinations. Not even top. I've only heard two on his list of preferred destinations. These are top, I'm sorry. The Phoenix Suns and the Miami Heat. The Phoenix Suns came out first because apparently, we didn't know about this before today, obviously, as I've said multiple times, but apparently the Phoenix Suns have had their eye on Kevin Durant for a week or so by now, at least a week, and they knew he wanted out of Brooklyn for about a week now, apparently, according to Adrian Wojnarowski and Shams Charania and The Athletic and all them, and ESPN. And Brian Windhorst. So the Suns knew. And then for the Miami Heat, if they want to get Kevin Durant, they're going to have to give up Jimmy Butler and or Bam Adebayo. That's not even a question. I don't think Kyle Lowry's that valuable as he once was. So I think they'll have to give up Bam Adebayo and then Jimmy Butler, probably Max Strus thrown in there. I would keep Tyler Hero. I wouldn't want to give him up in a trade. And then for the Phoenix Suns, if they want Booker, if the Nets want Devin Booker, I would say no, because the Suns just signed him to a massive contract extension this evening when free agency opened at 6 p.m. Eastern, so they're not going to, if it were me, and I think they're going to decline to go after pull out of the KD race if the Nets want Devin Booker. That just wouldn't make sense if they gave him a huge extension. But they would have to give up Cam Johnson for sure, Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, guys like that. DeAndre Ayton, I was thinking DeAndre Ayton, a sign and trade, but then it was apparently came out that the Nets didn't want DeAndre Ayton, so I don't know, but look out for Kyrie. Look out for Kevin Durant, KD, to go to either the Heat or Suns. And then for some other teams, I heard the Celtics would have to give up like Jaylen Brown, Grant Williams, Robert Williams. I wouldn't give up Robert Williams. Time Lord is a stud. That's what they call him. I wouldn't give up Robert Williams. Jason Tatum, I definitely wouldn't give up. Jaylen Brown, I don't know. I just don't want to ruin the chemistry of the Celtics. And then the Spurs, that wouldn't really make sense. And then the Magic have been floated out there, but that was really only started. That was really only started by Paolo Banchero, who was drafted last Thursday night with the first overall pick, obviously. Kind of a surprise, but with the first overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft last Thursday night. So it started by him because his Instagram story said, like, Kevin Durant come to Orlando or something with him in Orlando uniform, him and Kevin Durant, him and KD. And so that doesn't really make sense. But let's move on to Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving now, apparently it's his number one goal to go to the Lakers. He's literally forcing his way to the Lakers, I've heard. And I even heard the Lakers, Kyrie and Kevin Durant, their relationship hasn't been fractured, as they say. Their relationship hasn't been fractured from this fall. It was really a fall. It's not fallout between the two of them. It's a fallout between the Nets and Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant and Kyrie are apparently still very close. Nothing has been fractured or damaged in terms of their friendship and relationship and on the court and everything. So apparently they're a package deal. Some people think. Most people think, actually. So if the Lakers can pull it off, again, but I don't know how they can get both. I don't even know how they can get Kyrie Irving. Because no one wants Russell Westbrook's contract. And then Ben Simmons plays into this too, because the Nets, Ben Simmons never played for the Nets. I don't know. It's just a crazy situation. I also heard the Clippers, the Los Angeles Clippers for Kyrie Irving, or the Miami Heat again. But the Clippers just signed, well, it's not official yet, but they're expected to sign John Wall, who just got bought out by the Houston Rockets the other day. So I don't know. Just a very, not kind of a shaky situation in Brooklyn, but super team failed with Harden, KD, and Kyrie. So, anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this. This is just massive news. I will say this right now before I jump off here. I'm not even going to say potential B. This will be the biggest and most historic trade in NBA history if this goes down like expected. Yes, you heard it here first. This will be the biggest, most massive trade in NBA history. Kevin Durant. Not Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant. I mean, that's one of the best players of all time in a lot of people's eyes. Me too, probably. I would have to go through. But in a lot of people, one of the best players in a lot of people's eyes getting traded. So, anyways, guys, this is Basketball Star 1130. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.